Hi guys, Tropico here, playing Tropico 5, and this is the Espionage expansion, and this is the campaign called the Maltese Toucan. And this is the third mission in it called Feminine Ways. And a go.
Smoke-filled rooms, sleepless nights, deception, and also many hard-boiled monologues. The stuff of any great mystery story. The stakes are high, and we are good at what we do. But then poor old Penultimo had a visitor that changed the rules of the game. Yes, I was a fool to think that a story such as this can unfold without a femme fatale involved somewhere.
Bing!
Presidente, I received a message from a beautiful and exotic woman, and this time she isn't a figment of my imagination. Anyway, she claims to know who has the toucan.
Apparently a tourist will soon come to the island. She claims it is certain that will come if we have enough accommodations. So, need accommodations. Okay, so, I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. I'm not going to be focusing on that right away. I'll be getting some more corn, cheap corn, and then I'll be upgrading all these into factory farms. Modernize all my
Hola,
levels.
people! There are some industrialists out there spreading lies, saying that if we do not get off the beach and go straight to the factory, we will die poor. Well, I can tell them that it's a blatant lie. The more people come to the beach, the more drinks I sell. Can't you see that having fun is the economic backbone of Tropico?
And, I'll be doing a lot of upgrading. I still have a few things to build from the last time I was playing this, so no particular rush there. And, I don't really have enough people, educated people, I guess, to be more appropriate, for the number of places that I have around here. And I kind of just need to push a lot of this forward. Textile mill actually looking not too bad. Let's get a tycoon in here. And this one is pretty well empty. That sucks. Well, all these factory farms will become, managed. I use all my managers because they do increase some sort of effectiveness somewhere. How's my steel mill doing? My steel mill, milady. Put an environmentalist in there. One problem I've had with the steel mill in the past has been consistent iron supplies. So I am going to start buying iron. No available ships. Let's get rid of one of our corn. Get another one in iron, because importing is very important. And with that said, I'm going to set up a tourist area. And this place down here looks very nice, so I'm going to put a dock here. And we'll just put a straight road here. And try and link it up this way. Into this place here. For no better reason than it could make things better. And that link in. And I want another dock up here, because sooner rather than later, docks become a very, very important part of Tropico. One cool thing about docks that you can do is have massive trading routes. So, see if I can find one. Here's a good example. Milk sells for $12.42 to the Russians, but I can buy it from the Cubans and the Dominican Republic for $800 and $900 respectively. So, you can buy and sell a lot of profits using just trade.
Calamity, Presidente.
Okay, so first objective, build a new economy hotel. And I've chosen this area as my touristy area. I can build it to a tourist area if it doesn't fit a general touristy area, just because it looks kind of nice. It's plain, it's got beaches, it's got lots of trees, it's got lots of nature. It looks like a high-density tourism location. Ranch goats. These ones will be upgraded pretty much as soon as they are made, and as soon as I have money as well. So let's super speed this up. And this game doesn't have a real super speed, it just has slightly faster speed. And so I'm getting iron into my steel mill more, because as you can see, I don't really produce a lot of iron compared to coal, or at least we don't ship a lot of it. I'm always having problems with employment here. So let's modernize the iron mine into a automated mine. Hopefully that will keep people employed. And I need another 7750 for that one to upgrade as well. I'm just doing upgrades now because I have lots of building projects that need to be completed. And once they're completed, just move on to more building projects. Priorities, of course. Homelessness, 19. That's not bad, actually. That's not bad. I might only need like one tenement. And tenements are free? I can afford free. How many free ones do I get? That's not a bad deal. Okay, 3 free tenements. Must be from some mission being complete from the previous game. So we're getting a police station here, another tenement, a tavern, and another police station. So 2 police stations getting built. It's pretty service heavy right now. Not gonna lie. None of these are particularly useful. Let's go with a technician at the main place. This Teamster's office will put our landlord, just because this, or maybe the high school. A high school will be a landlord. Just because this will become a pretty big residential neighborhood. Okay, so let's upgrade this bad boy to goats, and then this one here just built, we'll upgrade that one as well. And then boom, we have lots of those. See, this is what I'm talking about. Like the iron mine, I've always had to buy foreign workers, and it just doesn't work out that well. I also have new ships available. Can't export meat because I don't have enough. See, corn I can barely make a profit off of by exporting it to the Soviets, but I can buy it fairly cheap. Coal to the Americans. Cloth to the Americans. I have no available ships. Maybe not coal to the Americans, maybe cloth. This one's slightly more valuable. Let's go with that one. And I do have an embassy around here somewhere. Is that an embassy? It's a bank. Which has no real use right now because I'm not waffling in lots of cash. Here's my embassy. I'm going to like the Americans. I'm not going to praise because that's going to affect my relations with the Russians. The dry dock is going to become super important as well because it's going to allow me to double up on the number of ships I have, and I'll actually be able to run an effective network of buying and selling things.
Presidente, a new trend is sweeping the world. Condescending tourism. People like to visit oppressed countries and lament how oppressed they are. It sure sounds like fun. I wish I could go on a vacation like that. Maybe with a special lady.
So this is a real thing, by the way, this situation of condescending tourism. So the place where it's biggest is North Korea. And, you know, even the idea of North Korean tourism sounds kind of funky and weird. Like, why would anyone want to go to North Korea? And, you know, it turns out that their industry there is all very wonky and weird. You pay the North Korean government for a visa, and it's going to be a very pricey visa. And with that visa, you're also going to be able to purchase from the government, not from individuals, but from the government, the ability to send off people on these tours, or yourself, I guess. And you have an interpreter there with you, and you'll be there'll be like military soldiers with you at all times, and you'll go around the country, and they'll show you the countryside, they'll show you the oppression, the farmers, they'll show you the cities, and the whole concept is you're supposed to take pictures of all the oppression, which they tell you not to, of course, but you know, when it comes to searching you at an airport, they never seem to care if you actually take the pictures with you or not, which is always weird. And then, you know, of course, you're on your way home and you show the pictures up. People are like, oh, wow, this is really oppressive, blah, blah, blah. You should really go.
Great giant Tropico.
And people spend thousands and thousands and thousands. The packages are something like $100,000 a year. So only the wealthy can do this wonky little thing. And yeah, it's also very strange. Very, very strange. I wouldn't be surprised if it becomes like the new big thing to do is go.
You like whispering in my ear,
those tours,
don't you?
There's also another one that's kind of similar to it in in Latin America and also in Africa. It's called a ghettos tour, and wow, that's why social unrest happens apparently. Basically, you get
I am so furious.
you get to go around to the various ghettos of are they attacking a church? No, a continent. You go around to the various ghettos of North America, of Latin
We
America,
tried to discover democracy.
and you get to go to see all the ghettos of all the various places and how they live, and you hear stories and all this sort of jazz. And a lot of people want to do this. It's cheap tourism as well, on top of everything else. And it's just also very wonky and strange, but people enjoy it. People like it.
Presidente, I have heard.
So apparently, since having a deficit makes people unhappy with me, I'm going to try and keep positive for now. To build what I need to build, which will be a tourism thing, I need to build a economy hotel, which is $18,000. So this will take time if I'm going to try and do this thing. And the bank, I mean, it's made very money in interest here. But we can make it to make money off tourists. This steel mill is just pumping away. Now it's got tons of iron, and it's making lots of steel. That's good. The iron mine's still not doing so hot. Our trade ship exported, blah blah blah. Okay, I'm gonna invest in double trades and the exports.
Great giant Tropico.
Foreign invasion is coming. Who? The Russians. Okay, so cloth was a good thing. The Russians want gold. I can get them gold, actually. That's not too bad. More corn. I need 30 standing with the USSR to sign the milk agreement. Oh boy. Okay, I guess gold will be the way to their heart. Can I afford a automated mine? No, I cannot. 9 grand. I have a gold mine right here. It's not a big deal. Oh, that was close. I need to get back to good financial principles that founded this civilization. Okay, so this is going to be a very long road. Very long, windy country road. Oh, country road. We gotta build this up as fast as possible, because I want to export a lot of gold. Or the other option is actually to go build another embassy, which is not terribly pricey. And we'll put it right in the middle
Presidente, Tropicans await elect.
what will eventually be a big area.
Comrade Presidente, I come with dire news. My environmentalist comrades uncovered a carefully woven imperialist...
This one's actually something I can do just by waiting it out. And then I can start importing logs as opposed to making them myself, which is kind of a waste of people, really. So, where are my logging camps at?
Comrade Presidente.
One here. This one looks like it's about done. I mean, it's got 11,000 logs. The other one is right here with 9,000 logs. So those ones I can actually wait out. They're not a big deal. And this mine, it is now working. Yay! Okay, so I need... It looks like things are finally starting to pooter up. I mean, one of the big problems with my start here was that these textile mills are not fully employed with people. And that's a big part of the civilization, is wool and cotton. And the steel mill, of course, was working full steam as well, making ridiculous amounts of profit on various products. Okay, let's invite the USSR and we will praise them. Yay. Maybe I can get some of these ships out of gold now and throw them into something that I can actually do, like meat. Need 80 standing for that one, so we'll do meat. Meat's a lot easier. This is my customs office. Generates all sorts of revenues. Now with all these docks, I'm doing also a lot better revenue-wise. I believe I'll need some more Teamsters offices though, because every single Teamster needs to go to, or every single of those factory farms requires a Teamster who will go to a dock, pick up the corn, and bring it to the factory farm. And as you can see here, I'm actually not good on Teamsters at all. So let's get a couple more Teamsters out. Alright, 22, 23. Just to be safe, I'm going to wait for around 30 grand before I build my next hotel. Or my first hotel, I should say. God, this is such a remote place. I think I'm going to put a power plant here in the middle of the island and keep it away from my tourist area. Just so I can also build a lot of
We have an
here.
opportunity to influence the outcome of coming election.
So, good example, I can put like a jewelry shop here for the gold. That will...
Presidente, remember that show where we wanted to execute whoever was responsible because of the things they said about you?
What?
Well, now we have a solution.
It's a manager skills thing. Okay, let's go with the tourism. This will be our first one. The Economy Hotel. Do I have any free ships? Not the free ships.
The election results are in.
70% win for me. How many people do I have working at these logging camps? I have 6. How many people at a dock? 4. I get more logs through trade than that. Another one here, one there. Maybe I'll build one like all the way over here. Kind of a Hail Mary location, really. And connect it in. I should connect all these roads. Right here we'll have one connecting this way. I actually don't know which dock will be faster, given everything. And I'll expedite that dock, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of my logging camps, get the environmental standing, and then I will add in the new things that I need. People seem to be fine with my status, what I'm doing. Okay, so once I hit 30 grand again, I'll put down another hotel. I got one of the economy hotels building. I'm not keeping my builders occupied, but that's because I'm building a lot of very high quality stuff. It's not something I had in the past. Looks like our relations with the USSR are fine, and the US is the one that's degrading slightly. But that's not a surprise considering how much focus I put on the USSR. Okay, so our next tourist hotel will be a country hotel with eco-tourists who love eco things. See, now I'm rolling in the dough. As soon as all these industries started like working things up and down and whatnot. I also have to remind myself, destroy this road here. So how are we doing here? It's getting built. Good, good, good. This is turning into a very, very high value location. All the cloth is going this way. Perhaps I should have built this a long time ago. What else do I need? There's my economy hotel. Yay. What's that?
Calamity, Presidente.
20 new citizens. That's actually worth it, because that gives me people who will do more things, which is important. Things are important. Okay, so this one will be logs. It's 436 for those logs, and cheaper logs. Looks like these are the cheapest. We'll get 2 boats on that. And this will actually be kind of saving us in the end. So we'll demolish that logging camp, as well as the road leading to it. And where's the other logging camp at again?
Great giant Tropico.
Here. That's our logging camp, I think. Yes. Okay, 50 grand. It gives me money for a Hachida. Culture tourists. Now with that gone, I'm going to build a subdivision here. All the way across. And all the way down. I also feel like I should be building a power plant over here. All the way in the middle of nowhere for very good reasons.
The U.S. want to stack
3 wastewater treatment plants. That requires power. Now, how's our rates doing of all things? Homelessness 27, open jobs 96, unemployment 17. So I don't actually have a lot of people to employ right now. Oops. But we could use more apartments. Not too many more. Like 3 or so. I need to sneeze. Oh god. Chewy. Now, the thing with tourism, it's all about the entertainment. You make money on your entertainment.
Presidente, I asked some tourists why they would want to vacation in Thailand, but their answer was far too obscene.
We can't have Tropico associate with that. Instead, we should focus on moral things like gambling. I understand that slot tourists pour tons of money into slot machines. If we set up casinos with some of those one-armed bandits, I'm sure we'll rake in profits. This, of course, is referring to Thailand's well-known sex tourism industry. But I do have some gambling stories. Yes. I don't actually enjoy gambling. Pretty well opposed to gambling for the most part. They're not just fun and games. I think people do get addicted, and that becomes a bit of an issue for them and their families. And I think it causes more problems than good. But having said that, I do have a gambler's story that is sure to transform people into gamblers. Not sure how I feel about this, but okay. Casinos try whatever they can to get you inside the casino, because they know as soon as you're in the casino, they own you. You are going to go there and you are going to spend all sorts of money and whatnot on their games, and they've got you. They've got you right where they want you. So, you know, you gotta kind of not gamble when you go to casinos. So one of the promotions they put on was a big concert, and they do this quite often.
We've discovered the mineral.
To get you there, the concert's actually pretty cheap. They're exceptionally cheap, actually. $10, $20 for what would normally be $100, $120 just to see a big act. And they get you there, and then, of course, you spend all your money on the games.
I am so furious.
Normally, I don't go do the games. I think the games are, you know, I know what they're there for. I understand that part of it all. I avoid them. But
Presidente.
a friend was in town. He enjoys gambling, so we went and played some games.
The earthquake is over. We made it. I am now.
Turned out not to be the biggest mistake we ever made. I'm not a big spender on games. I'm really not. But he was. He was a huge spender on games. So he pulls out like $1,000 to go spend on games. We go to the craps table, and this is like, for him, it's like he wouldn't withdraw money that he's not willing to just throw away when it comes to gambling, and that's exactly what it was. That was $1,000 is throwaway dollars for him. He didn't actually care whether he won or lost. He just wanted to enjoy, the casino. So he throws money on random numbers, and every round he's winning. And since they're on the numbers, it's a much higher value than they would be otherwise. And, he doesn't stop winning. He just keeps winning. And they're always like smaller amounts, of course, because that's just how it works. But he's still winning. He's still doing good. And eventually, he's gotten pretty high amounts of wins. And he decides, okay, I'm going to leave now. I've won. I'm not going to get greedy. I've had my fun. The gambler mentality is that there's always a bigger prize out there, and that's how gamblers get hooked in. So they win. It's like, well, I can't leave now because there's a much bigger prize out there. I can't lose a much bigger prize, so they always stay. And also how they get hooked in. But he leaves, and he goes in to cash out, and it's like $1,000 at $1,021.50 or something like that. And they pay you in cash at this casino. Just always so weird to me. Like, it's a lot of cash to be walking around with. And it's like, well, the 10-100s is nice. It fits in his envelope, but he wants to get rid of the 2150 just before the show. So he says, Paul, pick a game. Any game. We just got to get rid of this money before the show. And he's like, okay, let's go play slot machines. And he's like, well, okay. Because he doesn't like these slot machines. They're the worst of the worst. And he's like, okay, pick any slot machine you want. And I was like, well, okay. Let's play that one that looks like Flash Gordon. It's called Alexander of Greece, but it looked like 1980s Flash Gordon, like on the spot. And we walk up to it, and it's a penny slot. The highest possible bid is $2.50. That's with every single line, and these things have weird lines, and maximized bet of 25 cents a spin per line. So he goes there, and he puts his money in. It's such a small thing, like he's just like, whatever, just put it wherever, don't care, max bet every time.
Our ties with the...
And the first time he does it, it's actually
Excellent work,
pretty
comrade.
successful.
The 100-foot oak of misdeed has almost...
He gets... She is very ugly. The first time we do it, they get lucky, and we win like $3. We bet $2.50, we won $3, and then we do it again, we win $4. Like, oh, whatever. And we do it again, we win $3, and then one time we win $1. We're down $1.50, but we're always winning. It's a weird little game how that works out. We always won. And then there was one point where they didn't tell us how much we won. It was just really confusing. I mean, like, what kind of game doesn't tell you how much you won? It just was pouring out, and we didn't really know what we were getting. And turned out we won the dollar jack.
Many reports of electrical outages today. We even had some trouble here at the bar. The rodeo bull stopped working for half an hour until I got 2 electric eels to power it out.
And it kept going, and there's like these old ladies looking, like, what the hell's going on here? How could this guy, of all people, win? This fruitcake that one woman said.
I wouldn't get mine.
And we are looking, and we won like 2 or 3. I think it's $3 grand. It ended up being $3 on a penny slot. And we go to cash out. Now instead of holding, 10 Canadian $100 bills on us, which was fits into a wallet nice enough, we had more like 40 Canadian $100 bills on us. And very nervous, because we're not at just any casino. No, we were actually at an Indian casino. And in Canada, violence among Indians is well known. It's not racism, it's reality. That's our reality in Canada. It's kind of sad, really. But we're trying to hide this money, so I take half, he takes half. We put some in our wallets, just enough that it doesn't look super thick. We throw some in our pockets. We're men, so we have lots of pockets. And we're just, like 2 giant goofballs trying to hide our money. And the other thing is that when we go inside the actual casino, not the casino, the actual floor where we're watching the festival, we realize it's going to be very easy to get robbed. So we shouldn't show off that we have too much money. So we're, like, normally when this guy comes to town, he buys everyone drinks, doesn't even have to know them, he's just being a nice guy, he just likes to spread his wealth around, all that sort of jazz. This time around, not so much.
I wouldn't get mine.
He's going to keep all that basically to himself. And we buy a few people shots, a few ladies shots, because that's what you do when you go to these things. But yeah, we're keeping everything pretty neat and tidy secret. And the end of the story is that we got into there alive, which is good. It's a little bit of a curse when people who don't have money, and that's but the place was full. Don't have money. The rest of the night wasn't so spectacular. We took a ride back into the city because it was on an Indian reserve that we had gone to, and we went to one of these hipster craft beer places, and just drank all night. And we literally lost money, which was bad. We like, it just fell out of our pockets or something really, really stupid. But yeah, good night overall, other than the fact that we almost died. And then we went home. I mean, it was weird. But that's the kind of story that, like, a gambling addict should never hear, because it's too positive of gambling. That kind of thing basically never happens. I mean...
Presidente, the tourist has arrived.
It wouldn't happen
Bloody
to us.
good job on this whole peace affair. Really brought tears to
USA. Anyway,
Great giant tropicals.
our rebel threat's increasing. Unrest should be dying down, thankfully. Jesus, automated mine just never has workers in it. Let's get another dock up so we can do more trade deals. And we'll be good. Of course, that's not
I
my
am
only
so furious.
story of gambling. That's just the one that, like, is always kind of most interesting, because it's like, you know, what happened here? You know, so much money. I like, in terms of a monthly paycheck, like, that's not a lot of money, but to get that money in like 10-20 minutes, that's a lot of money. The other one's not so big. We were going camping, and while we're camping, we decide to stop in at a restaurant, and the restaurant ended up being a giant freaking casino. You know, no big deal, just a casino, who cares? But I decided, like, you know, where I'm from, there are no casinos. They're considered to be immoral, and the locals just don't want a casino to be open.
Presidente, I have a great idea.
So we don't get to see a lot of casinos, so it's like, oh, whatever, I'll go in. And, like, I have the same kind of philosophy as my friend. I would never withdraw money that I would not literally throw away. This is my chocolate bar and bubblegum money. This is not child support that I'm throwing around. And I go in, and I'm like, well, you know, I'll play blackjack, because I've heard that blackjack is really good odds, and I have a better chance of winning on blackjack than almost anything else. So let's do the blackjack. And I go in, and blackjack is, you know, it's one hell of a drug, I guess. But luckily for me, it's not one that I was particularly addicted to. I don't flash my money like my friend. I took out like $20, which in terms of gambling is such an infinitesimal amount of money to be spending on things that it wouldn't matter to anyone in the long run. But unfortunately, blackjack is one of these weird games where you kind of have to be playing with other people in mind, being friendly towards other people, which is not something that I was really prepared to do. I was just looking to play for fun, and, you know, I didn't really care about any taboos or rules or things like that. But one taboo or rule is that the person who plays first against the dealer has to play the crappiest. And the reason why this is because if you play crappier, the dealer has...
Presidente, the rebels have now nowhere to hide. I am watching out for rebels even as I sleep. Those pesky...
the dealer has more of an incentive to settle and just beat you versus beat everyone else.
The operator... Presidente, your actions were... I am so furious.
Whereas if the rebels are... not the rebels, if other people are forced to kind of play in first, then that becomes a big problem for them early on. Because now they have to beat you and the dealer. Two people. And I was not playing that way. I was just playing to beat the dealer. I really didn't care about the other players. Kind of mean, I know, but all the same, that's just life, I guess. And I get kind of lucky initially. I flip up a blackjack. 21, a jack and a ace, and that gives me double money right away. Boom, no questions asked. And I do it again, and boom, I get another blackjack. I doubled up again, so I went from 20 to 80. And I was like, you know what, let's just go again. And they gave me 2 tens. Now, I got a little bit greedy, and I was like, well, I'm going to split them. So I threw 80 more of my own dollars down. It's $100, and at this point that I've put into this, and I'm now in this position where I can win a lot, because that's the play you do in blackjack. When you get 2 tens, you always split them, because now you got 2 chances at blackjack.
Presidente,
And you have a higher
we
chance of
discovered
winning.
the best thing since probably the best thing ever.
Sliced bread, he means. If you were to split them, you have a higher chance of beating the dealer. So that's what I did. I played 2 games at once. And, of course, when I flipped over with my cards, ta-da, I got possibly the best possible thing I can get, a 19 and an 18. And everyone else was just got these like weird numbers, like one person got like a 16, and that's one of those ones like, well, I can risk it or I can just settle on it, And gamblers, calculative, intelligent, hyper intelligent people, just not hyper intelligent to know that they're addicted, decided to go crazy with it all. And others were a little more less competitive. We're like, okay, we'll settle on that. But since 5 other people settled on like 16, the dealer tried to beat all of them.
A good thing I didn't place.
Tropicans like to.
Dealers have to play in a certain way. There's people watching them play. It's kind of creepy, actually. And if they don't play in that way, then, there's going to be charges laid against the actual dealer. And so the dealer goes for a 20 and grabs an 18, which was enough to beat everyone but me. And so I run away with basically everyone else's money. And that makes everyone angry. Now here I am, I've gone from $20 to basically almost $200, and I'm like, well, I'm leaving now. And everyone's kind of upset with me because they're gamblers. Gamblers will stay there until the end of the world. They feel like I've just robbed them personally, I've stolen their $200, and I take the missus out for a nice dinner, and we have fun. Not as exciting as a win all sorts of money story.
Doors, I find myself in a sentimental mood. Take my love, take my land, but don't you dare take away my shiny. My firefly brooch is my only memento of a lost love. A guy named Malcolm, who was tragically killed by a particularly bad-tempered fox. I still remember you, Mal, and I will always love you.
Which iron do I have left here? 21,000. Let's add another 20,000 there just in case it takes a while. And I didn't modernize this coal mine yet. Dear Lord. Rock breaker here as well. So now what?
Old boy,
I have 2 army bases. So one of these I have to complete quickly enough. Probably the wastewater treatment plants would be the one that gets completed quick enough. I have a lot of missions to do here. I have a lot of I got a lot of houses being built here. Where did I put my other? This one doesn't have power yet. Substation does not hit it, so I have to build just one electrical substation here for a building that I really don't need anyway. How's our homelessness doing anyway? 40 homeless people. So they should all fit into these tenements. But I guess I can put a few more over here, since this is looking to be a decent area. The reason why I'm doing tenements instead of apartments is that every home has its own type of quality of...
That's one huge wave, Presidente.
Hurry! I was making a point. Stupid game. Anyway.
We're alive, Presidente! I didn't think we were going to...
That's brutal. A dock? Where's the dock at? That wasn't super fast. I don't know. I lost their corn or something. Anyway, each one of these buildings have a different type that you can use it. So for the houses, it's well off. You have to be a homeowner, you have to be very well off. When you get to the apartment, it's well off, but it fits more people. When you get to the tenement, it's poor. So I'm just trying to balance off my poor people and my not so poor people. It's just a good way of doing this. My 2 historic inns for tourism. Where is my other wastewater treatment plant being built? Over here? Yeah, we'll just quick build that one, just so I can get that mission done, and I can pick up
Those Yankees sure know.
Oh, one for industry, luxury goods. Let's go with a vehicle. In fact, I don't have that technology yet. That doesn't make sense. Things don't make sense. But that means I'm going to have to do bauxite mine somewhere.
Old boy,
I have 2 army bases. That's a freebie.
The Politburo has proclaimed eternal friendship between
5 college-educated workers. Way worth more. Wait, what's this
Presidente, this is taking...
I have 10 No, I don't. What? I don't have 10 hired managers? Oh, wow. They almost all reset. Okay. Wait, I don't have 4 men at the palace. That's stupid. Let's get a green thumb or something. I don't know. This guy can use 4 men, though. This place could use a green thumb. Should finish that mission off.
Tropicans like to drive.
I have that one done as well, actually. I did that in the last mission. Supervisor. I didn't realize I had so many unused managers. Now, do I have a business around here I can put... Yeah, there we go. High school. I can put my landlord here. I have so many homes in that area. Well worth it.
Apparently, our...
4 more cabins for the Russians. Just trying to get rid of all of them. I have a general now, so I can put the general in one of my places. The main palace should almost always have a tactician, actually. So with that back... Oh, you know what it is. So many places were destroyed.
Great giant tropical... I am so furious.
So, because so many places were destroyed, that's where that came. Okay, that makes a lot of sense, actually. A lot more sense.
Presidente, Tropicans await election.
These supermarkets actually make money. So, well, they can. Looks like these
It
ones
isn't all about money, folks.
not making a ton
The
of
sun,
money.
the beach, the surf, and your pet alligator are way more important than material wealth. Still, it is nice to know that Tropico is financially secure at the moment.
More cabins. I need a hospital. I'm actually pretty low on service, so I'll build 2 hospitals. One here, and then we'll have the other one on the other side of the town. I have a TV station built. I could use a cathedral, though. Very large cathedral. Well, right across from our touristy area. What else could I use? I think that's good for now. Those are good. That's not a bad idea, having another bank. Banks do generate a decent amount of cash. Where's my other bank at? Oh, here it is. This one so far has generated 229, and it's also generated 114 travel insurance. Maybe that's not so great. The lumber mill. Apparently, that has been destroyed. I kind of need that, though. So, how are we looking for? Yeah, 32 unemployed, but 127 open jobs and 55 homeless. So I think the tenement solution's working because we don't have hundreds of homeless.
We seem to have a rather peculiar problem on our hands, old boy.
Oh. Rocket Mania? That is a weird problem.
Presidente, Tropicans talk.
Okay, and there's 2 rebel leaders that have off now. So that's a mission I might never get to do, perhaps.
No, no, no.
And that guy's a double agent, and
Greetings.
crime lord. We can actually arrest him, turn him into a useful citizen. There's another one in here.
Ay, caramba. Great giant tropical spiders, Presidente.
An unrest? That can't be right. I'm winning the election. People are happy with me. Oh, it's because I'm arresting so many people. They don't like it when you do that. We're probably going to need more liberty positive things like a TV station or a newspaper. Newspapers don't require power, so that's probably going to be best. They also don't reach as many people, though. They have a trade-off.
We have an opportunity to influence.
Such a positive leader, I don't need to cheat on elections. Right, the bauxite mine. Totally forgot about that. Let's build that bauxite mine. I think this is it. Yes. And we'll build a road connecting this way directly to the harbor. And then we'll have a quick route across this way. What's this one? This one is iron.
The election results are in.
Probably doesn't matter because I haven't been able to keep iron full anyway. But this is producing a ton now, which is great. That's my tavern. Steel, there we go. Yeah, you need steel and bauxite for a vehicle factory. So if I can get this bauxite done, and the vehicle factory done, I could be in some big monies. Now, we also need these 4 cabins to improve relations with Zeruskis. Do I have any idle ships? I have 6 idle ships? That's a lot. Okay, let me look at my routes. We're importing iron at 694, so I can afford to ship out iron at 1200 easily. I'm shipping out meat. Corn will be coming in 2. That's covering me so far, so that should be good. Is there any other product I want to ship in? Maybe fish. It's a cheap one. I have logs coming in. Good. Gold's going out. Iron's going out. Okay. Steel. Oh, look at this. I can actually make money. Right there. Boom. I'm shipping out steel. I'm also buying steel. Can I do... Oh, that requires 80. 80 with the Russians. That's expensive. Okay. Now how are we doing? Unemployed 28. Open jobs 102. Homeless 71. Our high school is full? No, not even remotely. Like there's just not enough educated jobs available or something. And I could use another Teamsters office apparently. Or 2. At least in the future. Another thing I can do is I can put parking lots everywhere. That will encourage more people to use cars. Currently there's basically nobody using cars. And try and fit them into funny locations. That's a funny enough location. Just, you know, in areas that people work or people go. That's where I'll try and place them. And just all over the place. Good to have parking lots everywhere. And it's like any city, like the greatest city in the world, of course, is New York City. Love that place. I would go there a million times. Love New York. And if you're a New Yorker, you probably hate your city, but you don't realize how lucky you are. It's a very nice looking city. Lots of great opportunities. Probably not if you're particularly broke or anything along those lines, but nice little city. Anyway, but the infrastructure is designed there pretty awfully. There's not a lot of places to park vehicles. There's not a lot of underground parking, and there's not a lot of on-the-street parking where you can just park on the street itself. So about 60% of the population of the city actually use mass transportation, which is highly unusual. The average user of mass transportation in the world is like 10 to 12% of the city. So to have, 50 to 60% of your city use mass transportation, that is nuts. That's absolutely nuts. No, that never happens. try to get those entertainment buildings open. And yeah, very successful, but a large part of that is because they just
We seem to have a rather peculiar...
have made it really
Isn't it
weird
wonderful that
for people to do that.
Presidente, we...
Airport unlocked, so I can actually lay down that airport I need. Okay, tourism, airport. And let's get a quick build on that one as well. Actually, alright. Okay, they do make money, good. Whew. Oh, I totally forgot what deal just finished there.
The Politburo has...
The deal did finish. So make sure I'm importing. I need logs. Okay, good. Iron's coming in. Fish, corn. Good. I lost the deal of cloth or clothing probably. So start shipping them furniture. And let's get another dock. This one will be mostly useless, but I'll be using it for just more trade deals. Docks are like super valuable. You can make a lot of money just off docks. And with that dock, we'll increase our furniture sales and add one to cheese. You don't want to stock all your exports into one market, because that can come back to haunt you.
We seem to have a rather peculiar problem on our hands, old boy.
So I need to build pig ranch near every wastewater plant to prevent them from blowing up. Okay, well this is going to be a very temporary play. Because I'm going to turn these into factory farms eventually. Need to get a back road back here. To actually... Oops, I built that upside down, didn't I? That's rather embarrassing. Okay, ranch. Not built upside down. And our final pig ranch, where did I put the last one? Over here, I think? Yeah, over here. And I'm just going to quick build all those. Because that will finish this mission off very quickly. Man, bam,
Those
bam,
Yankees sure know.
Luxury. Another vehicle factory, sure. I mean, I don't even have the technology for this yet. And that means we're going to need more power, because each one of those generates 110 power. Which probably means I need the atom actually researched sooner rather than later. So I'll also try and expedite this thing, because right now I have a 30 available power, and I'm already having one of these things built. What's this one say? Can't be serviced by road. Oops. Okay, now we'll just upgrade, modernize all. Now you have tons of money coming in.
Something most unexpected has happened, old boy. Those inconspicuous parts from the Soviets turned out to be missiles.
Oops, give them to the Russians.
isn't it wonderful that the two political blocks...
Yes, I actually do in fact need this, so I'm going to export uranium. Not too much uranium, of course, because I want to get the nuclear power plant built. Trying to fit this thing in here, though, is a little bit of a challenge. I'm going to cancel both of those. Oh shoot, I accidentally quick built that one. Oh well, I'll just make use of both power sources. It's not a big deal. And we'll have those two being rushed forward. Actually, let's do the uranium quick build. That way we can have uranium exporting while we're waiting. And what else do I need to do?
Presidente, Tropicans. Oh.
Okay, I don't think there's too much that I can do right now. I might have to build another construction office. And I'll build it all the way out here so they can start working on a lot of these projects out here. Now, construction offices, I almost always quick build. Now These ones will be tourist only. And that will give us our tourist only thing about complete.
I am
Whoa!
so furious.
Violent uprising. This is a lot of friggin' people.
Presidente, Tropicans talk.
I actually have a building that prevents violent uprisings from happening, so hopefully I survive this. I mean, it's either I survive this or I don't. If I don't, then I don't. If I do, then I do.
I am so furious.
And the rebels are attacking. That is just the shittiest possible luck possible. And they're attacking a large number of structures here. The rebels might be able to tip this
Great
over.
giant tropical spiders, Presidente. We have a crisis, and we have to act fast.
We certainly do have a crisis. I'm losing everything.
We ought to proceed with just a wee bit of discretion.
No, not the Banana Republic.
Oh, where?
We don't know what the spy missions are. Yeah, it looks like I'm kind of screwed here. So what I'm going to do is go to my last autosave, which is 208. Yes. All back in the current game, which is not really the current game. And we'll move back in time and give ourselves more military. Not something we could have expected. Oh geez, the last autosave was... Oh boy, okay. So we're going to go to... Geez, 2 autosaves away. Ugh, this might be really far away. Maybe we'll do some skillful editing to get us back to where we were from this point. Okay, so we're back to basically where we were. Avoided the rebellion.
Where?
Basically, completely.
Isn't it wonderful that
And back to where I'm just about to lay down my nuclear panel plant. And my lovely uranium mine. And I don't like doing this mission because it actually requires you to build a help me out here, a cannery. And canneries are not bad, but I mean, it swallows up a lot of your food.
You know what the new hospital needs, ladies? Cute doctors. I think I may just get sick and catch me a good doctor real soon. When
Like
hunting
here.
doctors, you have to remember one thing. They scare easily. So you always have to wear excellent makeup as camouflage.
We ought to proceed with just a wee bit.
No, I don't want to do bananas. So my funds are looking pretty low right now. I built up a ridiculous amount of army. I pour on you ships. It could be another part of it. What else can I export here? More steel. See, canned goods wouldn't be too bad right here, but it does eat up all your food. Maybe I'll export some milk as well. And I still haven't upgraded these 3 pig ranches into corn using ones, but I will. That will be something that happens. I just gotta get money back on track. Easier said than done, I suppose. We'll have our uranium mine open. We'll have our first pharmaceutical company open, which will generate ridiculous amounts of revenue. How unemployment is 23 people, not bad. Homelessness is 67, also not bad. And workers with textile mill have gone on strike. Let's move Blimp over this way. This is supposed to shut down the strikers. Kind of a neat little addition back. You can move these blimps. I am positive. Maybe I'll buy the strikers. Maybe that'll help me out in my cause.
99 BRC 280, altimeter 3003.
And we have our uranium mine up and running. How's our power supply looking? We have available power 50? Seriously? That little? Wow, that's actually not a lot of power. We're going to need this nuclear power plant sooner rather than later, because we're about to have a pharmaceutical company finish, and that thing uses a lot of power. So the reason why people are not attacking, I'm guessing, is because they don't have a reason. I put up so much defenses that they can't possibly defend themselves. And I just lost my iron mine, so I'm going to put another iron up. So I completed 1 of 5 spy missions.
Mr. President,
I don't know what the spy missions are exactly. 5 museums. This is luxury entertainment. And I'll put a museum over here. Let's get another one. Can I get one on the beach? Yes, one on the beach. And we'll have one over by the military. We'll call that a Royal Military Museum. We can get those building as fast as possible.
Presidente, we...
Yay, we have the airport. That's actually going to help a lot with the tourism part of this business. But all my tourism places are actually doing thriving actually right now. What else do I need here? Security checkpoints will lower the number of suspects down. Okay, so there's a fast route to doing this by just nailing down those security checkpoints. And uranium has begun exporting. Good. Nuclear power plant almost done. Excellent. Yeah, we have such little amount of power. Luckily, this is pumping out stuff already. So that's good. We'll negate the pollution. That'll do a little bit to help in the long run, I think. And then once our nuclear power plant shows up, we'll be just swimming in power. We won't know what to do with all the power we have. Well, we all know what to do with power. I think I need a lot more Teamsters once again.
Great giant tropical spiders, Presidente.
Ugh,
We have a
more
crisis,
rebels.
and we have to act fast.
This would be the part where I was kind of losing, and unrest happened simultaneously, which is kind of the BS way of losing, but oh well, it's the game. I haven't actually invested in oil yet, not one bit. Probably won't need it in the long run now that I have a power plant up and running. We get one of these vehicle factories going now that I have bauxite and steel production going good. Going good, going well. And what else can we use? More homes, probably. So we'll lay down some more tenements, which have the lowest requirement of all our buildings. Okay, now I still don't know what these spy missions are. I've completed 2 out of 5 of them. Don't know what that means. We got museums coming up. I'm assuming that's going to be a spy mission. Not that I know for sure. I got 2 ships available. Iron, fish, corn. Good, good, good. Let's get another... Oh, I got 3 corn. That's fine. Jeez, I just don't know what to export right now. Milk and meat, I guess. And on that note, these should all be getting upgraded. Modernize all for 10 grand. Boom! More corn being used.
It seems I keep underestimating.
Yay, 2 free entertainment buildings. Means I can build my circus. Just right here. And a national park. We'll put it in the yellow. Oh, you know what? Oh, that's in tourism. Airport. Never mind. I couldn't get that. There are now 4 rebel leaders. Dear Lord. El Presidente del Dunda. Dunda del Presidente. That's all I hear with all this Spanish being stated. So we're currently generating a surplus of 120 power. I think boost this effectiveness by 20. That's later on though. Wow, weird. I have a lot of available power suddenly. That's good. And here's our final museum getting built here. And that will finish off the museum's mission. Huzzah! Yay! Afford the airport now. Uneven terrain. Let's... Unfortunate. Is there a decent place I can put? That's not too bad. Middle of nowhere. That's not too bad. Of course not. Okay, it's 3 of 5 spy missions. Maybe I can build some more checkpoints and that'll help, I think. Maybe. It will help identify a lot of people in the least. There's no problem for me with that. Expansion of security checkpoints. Yes, please. A mission.
Presidente, I feel...
Build 2 new military buildings. I'm gonna go cheap with... Well, actually, let's wait for some money, because I don't want to go negative. It's going negative. But we'll have a...
Presidente, the UN has grown even more annoying.
Yeah, there we go. That's the cannery thing. So, you have to build a cannery.
I'm not sure whether these...
So, our 2 military buildings will both be guard towers. I said I was going to do this cheaply. I wasn't lying. And now for our cannery, this is... You know, it's going to eat up all of my food. All my food. But not all my power. This is going to be a very, very valuable thing. So, weird. Effectiveness of all plantations on the island is increased by 15. But it uses less pollution but more power. I don't know if I agree with that one. That just seems like a waste. Let's get out a... Those are unlocked a amount of times. I'm going to need another casino. Since they are pretty big heavy earners. Now, I'm pretty sure this airport is probably part of the spy mission. I'm pretty darn close to finishing this. Suspects 126. Probably going to drop it down by 2 or 3 per checkpoint. I'm going to have a lot of checkpoints on this. Hopefully my economy is going to be strong enough to hold this. And right off the bat I'm producing cars, and the cars are currently not generating any profits. That's because they haven't been picked up yet, but they will be worth a lot. A lot. And I'll have 2 car plants, which will make me a little bit of a Detroit City type. Of course, I'll be building paper cars here, not in real cars. America cars. Maybe another dock will do. Just so we can get more export options. Quick build. How's my population doing? Homelessness 122. Open jobs. Employment's quite low. So maybe some houses over this way.
The new airport on our dear Tropico has some fun memories popping up. You see, I'm a proud member of a certain club. And now that commercial flight is a...
Bloody good job on this whole piece.
315 grand. That's another spy mission completed. What else counts as a spy mission, I wonder? The new military buildings? Does that count as a spy mission? Wow, that security checkpoint actually reduced it by a lot.
Suffering tourism is becoming...
Have 2 casinos. That's a wonderful coincidence. Let's build that second casino and get our spy missions done. There's other military buildings that we're going to build. That's one there. The other one is actually being built.
I am so furious.
Oh, there's my uprising. Just delayed a little bit. And looks like there's a lot more of them. But there's a lot more to me this time, too. As long as they don't have a rebellion happen around this time, that will be okay for me. People just haven't been liking these security checkpoints that I've been laying down. There's actually so much war happening now, it's actually lagging at my game. The engine was never designed around this much. Okay, so... Alright, you can't finish your buildings until uprisings are over. That prevents you from kind of like...
I don't know if the Yang...
making things weird. You need research native foreigners. Jesus. Research native foreigners. Oh, that's actual research thing that I'm researching as we speak.
Sharpen your pitchforks, light your torches, and bring your machetes! Whether you are defending the regime or fighting against it, it's gonna be one hell of a party! Ay, 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 ay!
Oh, this is getting really close again. I kind of wish I had one of those offshoring places. Saved me a little bit of time, but I can't rebuild anything right now. Because the game doesn't let you. Oh, I only have 37 suspects left. Let me quick build one of these. 99%, of course not. Well, they gave me the casino. That's good. I still need to get rid of suspects, so maybe, let's see if they'll let me build security checkpoints. In places I can actually build security checkpoints. Yeah, they will. And if I can do this fast enough, because this is the last time I'm playing this island anyway, I can just kind of cheese my way through this a bit. Basically buying my way forward. Just very few at a time.
We conducted Presidente.
Oh boy, an earthquake. I wonder if locations matter for this.
The earthquake is over.
As in how many people go through that particular checkpoint on a daily basis. Does that matter? Oh, jeez, I did not intend to destroy that. Let's rebuild that cotton. I don't know if I'm actually ever going to come back here, but if I do, be nice if it's a little more stable. But I don't think I actually am coming back here because there's 2 maps and there are 6 missions for the campaign. We're down to 11 suspects. Jeez, I'm using a ridiculous number of security checkpoints here. 9 suspects. 6 suspects. 4 suspects. Has an uprising still going on.
I can't believe this.
Whew.
How can she betray me so? I finally met the love of my life, and on top of that, I had the toucan. We went to her place to celebrate with some season-named wine. I don't remember the kind. After which, I woke up with the worst headache and no sign of either the toucan or her.
Bum, bum, bum. I have been goofed, Presidente. I have failed you, but this betrayal has made me want to go all out, Presidente. I beg of you. I know we said we shall never do this again. Around 8 times already. But we have to do it one last time. To the time machine! So we're gonna reset this thing over again. That was not the best ending I could have, but it is an ending. And that island was a bit fall apart anyway. I guess that's it for me for now, and next time I'll be doing the next mission, which is called What's in the Box. Bye!